Hello, it is me. I am here on this piece of land that feels the most like home that any piece of land has to me. I've only lived here, no, I only did live here for 3 years, but it feels like home. And so I thought I'd share it. I don't have my microphone, so the sound might be weird because there's so many dead leaves on the ground, but we'll see. I wanted to start showing you this amazing white pine that is just huge and has a gazillion trunks, and it is just so beautiful. And it makes me happy to look at this tree. And then we're going to go this way. Sorry if that was dizzy making. And I'm going to try to walk quietly in this crazy amount of leaves, and it's a little windy. But this used to be a road. Technically it is a road. While I was living here once, there was a FedEx truck that got stuck because Google told them that they could go down here, and they were wrong. Google was wrong. But isn't this the most beautiful path here with this with the light shining through it and everything? I'm gonna end up with a whole bunch of burrs, and I'm gonna have to check for ticks and all those things. I also have something in my eye now. But one of the things that always kind of gets me when I get here is that this is the property on which I feel the most capable of like going off trail and knowing both where I am and that I can find my way home. And I find that to be precious. And I make all kinds of metaphors about it, about how to feel at home enough or comfortable enough to bushwhack and do your own thing. And as I talk about it now, I think, oh God, isn't that light beautiful? I have to point the camera down a little bit because the sun is right above, but it means that the light down here is just stunning. Yeah, I find the metaphor of bushwhacking has always been really important to me, because, you know, the way I talk about it is that we are born, and in the dominant culture we are like shunted onto a rail system, right? Like, and there's trains, and sure, there's stops here and there, but like everybody goes on the same tracks, everybody is taught the same things the same way, and you better make the most of it. And then maybe once you're out of, you know, like once the rail has stopped, some people stay on it, some people get on the highways. There's more highways than there are train systems and railroads, and so you feel like you have choice and you can pick a different way. And so you get on the highway and you still follow the directions, you still follow the way that you are taught to do, going full steam ahead, perhaps not as fast as a train, but certainly the highways, expressways, freeways move quickly. And then maybe at some point you get off the highway and you feel super proud of yourself because you get onto like the secondary roads where, you know, you're making your own way, as long as it's well paved and as long as, you know, you can find your way with a map easily. And I've always kind of been drawn to like finding my own path, but I've always been afraid. I've always had so much fear. And so as life has gone on, I have occasionally been shunted off of the road and made to stop completely, and then have to find a new path, a new road. And I have often selected more paved roads. And I have found that as time has gone on, and in my case, as I have found smaller and smaller roads, I have found more confidence in myself. Hey, if I can meander down these roads, then maybe I can meander down non-roads. And I don't know if you noticed, but I turned off the road up there. This is a path that my family and I made. And we follow it often, so it is fairly well trodden. But so, you know, you can find paths, even just real, you know, like trail systems, and you cannot go as fast, and you have to make sure that you're still finding your way through life. And it's a lot harder, and it feels very shaky sometimes. And as I'm talking about this and reflecting on this, I'm feeling like maybe now in my life I have a little bit more of a base of support that I find in myself. And maybe at this point I feel okay that I'm kind of making some trails by myself. They're paralleling other trails, for sure. I'm not, you know, the only person that has done any of the things that I'm doing, but I am finding kind of my own footsteps. and that makes me feel pretty good. I'm coming up to a marsh that used to be a beaver pond, great big beaver lake. And I don't know if you can see, there's no water there right now. It's turned into, oh God, because of succession, it will turn into a meadow sometime soon. All the trees, not all of them, but there's a lot of alders. This line, here, let's find the figure. Here was the beaver dam, or one of them. And then there's a beaver lodge, like over there somewhere. And obviously the beavers left. Dam maintenance has gone away years ago. Occasionally there were some that tried to take up residence, but I think that there were fewer resources than a beaver family needed, and so they went a different direction. And that's the thing, right? We need the resources in order to stay in our new pathways, in our new ways of being. And so this path that I've taken, are there enough resources for me? I don't know. Right now there are. I hope to find more in order to be able to do an even better job with the work that I bring to the world. But it feels really special to me to be able to do things the way that it feels good to me to do. I love that. And okay, so on the ground and in the air, I don't know if the camera picks up all the floaty things in the air, and on the ground looks kind of gray. It's because this is like a cattail marsh, and this is the time of year that all the cattails kind of like explode into their seeds, and so every little poof out here, look at this, the ground is all like fluffy, and there's fluff on everything here. I'm gonna walk away and there's gonna be fluff all over me, but all of that has little seeds attached. So yeah, I love this time of year. I love every time of year here, but it's kind of fun. The entire woods is like gray and fluffy. Years and years ago, so that is like an extension of the marsh, the beaver pond, and there used to be great blue herons that nested there every year. Like several families, up to like 11 or 15 families of great blue herons used to nest there, but now there's not enough water to keep them safe in their nests. So I don't think any nests have happened in the last few years. Doesn't look like much of a trail, does it? You know how your feet can just know where you're going? And if something feels like home, you just know where you're going. I just know where I'm going. It just feels like home to me. Feels like, yeah, feels like home. There's something about me that feels like home in a way that it never did. And so, although I yearn for home and look for it in a place, I have finally found a little bit of home within myself. So I'm not so adrift as I used to be. It's why I can do some bushwhacking in my life. It's because I have a home, I have a base of operations in my body. So I'm never really lost. That's a vast overstatement. There are certainly times when I feel desperately lost, but yeah. I don't know if you can see, up there is a cabin. And that is where I lived. And I'm very lucky to be able to continue to come back occasionally. And like I said, hopefully the audio on this was okay, because it's special to me to be able to share this place and these thoughts of home and launching out on your own because you feel comfortable and safe. I love this road as it curves down the way and up the way. See. It was great to talk with you, and I will see you again next time.